Good evening, everyone. It is Friday night. We are here at Doctor's Order one more time. I'm excited to be here with my buddy, my bestie, my Dr. Google, Coach Carla Joy, the transformation coach. And we are here tonight just to celebrate and share some great news with you about trending health topics. We are part of great a great company known as the Juice Plus Company, a healthy living community that puts you first, your health, making one simple change at a time. Juice Plus has been around since 1994. However, the company has been around since 1970. We were the company that introduced smoke detectors in 1970. We went into air filtration and water filtration in in the 90s, and then 1993 Juice Plus came into the marketplace, and we have parked our car right here just making fruits and vegetables available, simple, affordable, and great. I'm going to turn it over to my good buddy, Coach Carla.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm really glad to be here. Thank you, my bestie. So, this evening, I have a question for you. How many of you would like the pain and exhaustion to stop? Raise your hand. How many of you would like to have your energy back so that you can feel and live normally again? How many of you want to stop living in fear of your next flare up or hot flash or your labs going in the wrong direction? Well, you're in the right place. And anybody can have what you're looking for. Anybody can have a healthy U turn. Welcome to Doctor's Orders. I'm Coach Carla Joy. I'm a medically trained whole food plant based health educator. And for those of you who don't yet know my story, would you mind if I just took a few moments to tell you how I discovered the hope that I want to share with you tonight? Say yes. Okay. You can type yes in the chat if you're in the Zoom room with us, or if you're on YouTube, you can don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for saying yes. Well, I was in a cold exam room. You know how exam rooms can be just a little chilly. I was waiting for my doctor to review my yearly exam results. And you're with me on that. I mean, how many of you get your yearly exam? Well, so she comes in and gives the diagnosis: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and prediabetes. I went into shock. You see, I thought I was one of the healthiest medical trainees that I knew. Have you ever felt the shock of an unexpected diagnosis? Have you ever felt the frustration of doing what you thought was enough and realizing that it wasn't? Have you ever felt the fear that you or a loved one was now a statistic? Or have you felt the confusion of realizing that the medical system into which we have invested decades, in my case, decades of education and training, and I'd even mortgaged my future to protect, that it was useless against chronic diseases, chronic cardiometabolic diseases? Um, I actually went searching for answers, and my bestie Ruthie knows about that. I had to try to go outside the box. But how do you go outside the box when this was all you knew? I asked my friend. She was the one person that I saw that was having an improved health. So I asked Ruthie. And then my goddaughter, and maybe Ruthie will tell us a little bit about her story a little later. And then my goddaughter, who's now a doctor of physical therapy, she introduced me to the documentary Forks Over Knives and to the lecture by Dr. Michael Greger, Uprooting the Cause of Disease, where he goes through the CDC's 15 most common causes of death in the United States. I share this story with you because I want you to discover the hope that I discovered. What if a healthy U turn was possible for chronic disease simply by making lifestyle changes? Mm, are you with me? But what have we been taught by the media ads, even popular medical professional on these ads? They tell us that weight gain with age is normal. They tell us that as you age, you can expect degenerative chronic diseases. They tell us to expect to have and need more medications to manage our symptoms, our aches, our pains, and our worsening conditions. That's what they tell us. But you know what the experts say? Here's just a few of them. Dr. Michael Greger, who I mentioned before, he says the top killers, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, are largely preventable through diet. Dr. Dean Ornish, they call him the father of the modern health movement. What we eat, how we live, can actually transform our genes, literally changing the way our cells function, turning on disease fighting genes and turning off the genes that promote cancer, heart disease, and other illnesses. And what we say here at Doctor's Orders is very simple. You'll hear us say it again at the end. Eat more fruits and vegetables. That's a soundbite for you. And why does this work? I'm glad you asked. Did you ever want to know what to do? Well, the experts tell us that, and this is based on research, not just somebody's fancy ideas, most diseases connected with chronic inflammation. Who knows or who's heard about acute inflammation? Put a yes in the chat or just wave at me. You've heard about acute inflammation, but it's a healing process. If your body experiences injury, you'll feel it getting hot, red, swollen. You've got pain and loss of function. Those are the cardinal signs of acute inflammation. But acute inflammation comes and then it goes. It's supposed to come and then go. But exposure to repeated insults leads to chronic inflammation. And all forms of inflammation are managed by the immune system. But what are these repeated insults that could lead to chronic inflammation? I'm glad you asked. There could be external or they could be internal. If they're external, they could include things like exposure to radiation, exposure to environmental toxins, chemicals released into the atmosphere, or the water, or the soil, or sprayed on the plants, pollution, or it could be something internal. Just everyday metabolism, your cells just doing what they're supposed to be doing, produce these little sparks, like a fire producing sparks, that need to be neutralized by antioxidants and anti inflammatory, wait for it, foods. Are you with me? So, did you know that there are two kinds of foods? There are pro inflammatory foods and anti inflammatory foods. So, what are the inflammatory foods? Those will be they'll be easy to find. They'll be high in fats, they'll be low in fiber, they'll be highly processed, and because of that, they'll have a lot of salt, a lot of oil, and a lot of simple sugars. Sounds familiar. But what are the anti-inflammatory foods? Again, these will be easy to find. They'll be low in fat and they'll be high in fiber. And they'll also be low in calories. So that includes fruits, vegetables, grains, and peas and beans. Now, how do I know that this works? One example is the work of Dan Buettner. He went around the world and he discovered something called blue zones. Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, Nicoya, Costa Rica, Icaria, Greece, and right here in the United States, Loma Linda in California. These people who had a traditional eating plan and a traditional lifestyle, they had the longest health, their longest lives, and they were the healthiest. They had the lowest record of chronic diseases. You know, the things that are at the top of the CDC's list, like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, lung disease, autoimmune conditions. They had the lowest. But again, it's those who had the traditional lifestyle. Those that are eating like modern Americans, not so much. And I want you to know that this is where I might be able to persuade my friend Ruthie to tell you a little bit about her story, because she's one of the people who actually has had a health U turn. Ruthie, do you want to share?
I love to share, Carla. Thank you for the opportunity. Greetings, everyone. My name, well, you already told you, Ruth Presley, and I call myself the nutrition boss. I've come a long way in my journey. I started back in the 90s, just trying to get my health together, actually helping another family member get their health together. And then I found myself sick with heart disease. I had to make a serious change because I thought I was already doing everything pretty good, but my body needed an up level. And then in 2016, my friend, Dr. Google, Coach Carla, introduced me to Juice Plus, and I started taking it because I just wanted to see what would happen. I was curious, and I started, and my cholesterol went down, my energy came up, and 14 months in, that chronic heart disease turned around into a normal functioning heart. I am forever grateful to my buddy Carla. We've been on this journey forever together for better health, and I'm glad that she's on my team. Carla, back to you.
Thank you so, so much. Her journey to me is spectacular, and it made a difference for me too, because she was the one person I knew that was experiencing a transition. You know, the American College of Lifestyle Medicine says we're all on a continuum. She was moving along that continuum, and she was the only person I knew. But you know what? There were other people. If you look at the patients of Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, he had patients who were given up by their heart doctors who had dramatic improvements. There were, you look at the work by Joel Furman, Dr. Joel Furman, or you talk to or look at the material presented by Dr. Michael Greger, or take a look at Dr. Neil Barnard at the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, and he talks about his Geico study. So many of you are asking, what next? What can we do? I'm glad you asked, because you might be very busy and you want something that's fast, that doesn't take hours but takes minutes. You want something that's easy and simple to start, but also is easy to keep going. Because how many of us start things and then we stop because, well, there's no support? You also want something that's budget friendly, because the cost of managing illness is in the thousands. People are paying thousands of dollars every month for medication. And if they're not paying for the medication, they're paying thousands for their insurance. And even with the insurance, they may still have to pay for their hospitalization, and they may have to pay for someone to come in and take care of them. That's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. The CDC says treatment for diabetes is costing the country trillions of dollars. So you want something that's also easy to share with your family, because not everybody on your family might come on board easily. You know, those picky eaters or the meat and potatoes people who aren't ready to jump on board and make any big changes. So, is it all right with you if I was to share a little bit about what we do to serve people? Any hands? Is it okay? It may not be for everyone yet, because not everyone may be ready for a healthy U turn, but it might be perfect for you, because some of you are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Can I get a witness? If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and some of you are ready to be fit and healthy. If you are ready to be fit and healthy, put fit and healthy in the chat. Or if you're joining us on YouTube, put fit and healthy in the comments. Say, I want to be fit and healthy. I want to be fit and healthy. I want to be fit and healthy. Great. And if there was a way that you could jumpstart that process, would you want to know about it later or would you want to know about it now? I think you want to know about it now. Anybody? I already know. Ruthie told you her story, so she already knows. Okay. So there are a couple of things that we do that will be helpful for you. I don't know, Ruthie, if you can look in your email and see I sent you the link because we have a community where we're inspiring healthy living around the world. And we have a Facebook group that you can join where you can get free month-long resets. You can get recipes. You can hear people's stories about how they experienced the transition. They moved along that continuum. It's a private Facebook group, but it's free. You know, many groups to join their Facebook group, you have to pay sometimes as much as $97 a month to be part of the group. But here it's free, and you get to have the support of a whole community, thousands of people who are on their healthy living journey. We also help people by giving them access to the concentrated fruits and vegetables that, thank you, that the link for joining that Facebook group is in the chat. Um, so we also help people with concentrated fruits and vegetables in capsules. This is a functional food. You know, these fruits and vegetables are grown in pristine conditions, no herbicides and pesticides. We know our factory farmers, and many of them are multi-generational. They grow the food in the best conditions and they don't pick it until it's fully ripe, which means that that last surge of nutrients gets into the plant. So they're at the peak of ripeness and at the peak of their nutrient value. They are picked and flash frozen and crushed and turned into powders. And we have examples. We have 10 fruit, 10 vegetables, and 10 berries that are available for you. And these were originally developed and put together in terms of the choices by Dr. Smokey Santillo as he helped his father recover. So here you have quality fruits and vegetables. They're tested, batch tested by an independent third party, and they are non GMO and gluten free, and they're also kosher. Now, in addition to the 30 fruits and vegetables, we have omegas. Many of you are trying to eat fish or get fish oils to get your omega balance. What many people do not know is that fish don't eat omegas, they don't make them. They actually eat the algae, and that's concentrated in their flesh. But you know what else is concentrated in the flesh? The toxins from the water that they swim in, and the toxins from any other fish that they may have eaten to get that big. So they're at the top of the food chain, so the concentration of the toxins is highest. Well, we bypassed the middle fish and we went straight to the plant sources, and we've got the range as they occur in nature. Omega 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 from things like the algae, the pomegranate seed, sea buckthorn berry, to name a few. So that's what we friendly refer to as our quad. fruits, vegetables, and berries, and the omegas. We also have, and because many of you are looking for convenience, we also have a protein shake. But this is not just any protein shake. This is clean protein. It's from plants. There are no inflammatory, pro-inflammatory ingredients here. And they're also, it's going to be high in fiber, and it has other vegetables in it, like radish sprouts, amaranth, quinoa, millet. So lots of healthy vegetables and grains in here. And because of the amount of fiber, you also have protein, 14 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber, and healthy fat. And because of the amount of fiber, they don't cause any spikes in your glucose as you're getting these complete shakes. They're great for eating out. And sometimes you go somewhere and you just feel hungry. You can just have a packet and mix it with water or a plant based milk. In addition, we have the luminate. Now, luminate is contains things like Alpinia galanga, lion's mane, cordyceps, sage, and coffee berries, to mention a few of the contents. It provides energy, it provides focus and calm. And so many people are looking for something that is not going to cause them to be jittery, but helps them to stay alert, but and focused, but also calm. And the Luminate is just the ticket. In addition, for those of us who get started on this healthy living journey with the Juice Plus products, for each adult that gets started, we have the healthy starts for families, and children from ages 4 through 24 can also participate and get the fruit and vegetable blend for free. And now we have what was in the capsules, the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries. They come in a sleeve. You can just put it in some water, stir it up, and you have a refreshing drink that has 30 fruits and vegetables. And for those who have experienced digestive issues, I experienced digestive issues for most of my life. In fact, I come from a family of sensitive stomachs. So we now have the super biome. Superbiome is made up of the probiotics, which contains lactobacillus and bifidobacillus, about 5 strains that have been researched to be powerful in improving the diversity of our gut microbiome. But we have to feed the bacteria. So we also have the prebiotics, 5 fibers that are gentle on the stomach. They also can be dissolved in water, and you can take them along with the capsule or at a different time during the day. But what's exciting about this is that the probiotics are in a delayed release capsule, which means that it goes through the gut, the stomach, without being negatively impacted by the stomach acid, and it actually gets into the intestines intact so that um, all of your bacteria are intact, and you have the fiber to feed it. And together, the probiotic and the prebiotic produce postbiotics like um, butyrate and valate, which are compounds that your body needs to participate in the healthy process. So, with the concentrated fruits and vegetables and berries, the omegas, the luminate, the superfood, and the superbiome, we have something that can help you jumpstart your process. So you can have a community, join our healthy living community, where you can get support, recipes, and ask questions, and hear from medical professionals who have been having great results with their patients. And you can get access to the Juice Plus products if you speak to the person who introduced you to this video. You can also use the link in the chat to join the Facebook group. but we also have a free opportunity of 5 sessions of free coaching with me so that you can jumpstart this process. A lot of people just go ahead and take the fruits and vegetables and berries and they jumpstart, but that's not the only thing that you can do. There's 6 pillars of health, and we want to change the behavior. We want this to last a lifetime. We want this to be a lifetime process. And so the coaching, the 5 free sessions, they only last about half an hour to 45 minutes each. Then you can do that. We have about 5 to 7 spots still available. So just reach out to whoever invited you, and we can do a 3-way chat and get you started. So you can have the community support. You can find the link for that in the chat. You can have access to the fruits and vegetables so that you can jumpstart that healthy living process to reduce inflammation and get that healthy U-turn started. You can have the free coaching with me so that you learn all the things that you need to do to be consistent. And finally, you can get invited to one of our immersion events. Coming up, we have a trip to Phoenix where you can join us April the 16th through the 18th at Juice Plus Live, where you can meet thousands of people who are also on this journey. And then in May 29th to the 31st, we have a more intimate gathering at the Paget Boot Camp in Georgia. So, once again, you can have access to our community, join our free Facebook community. You can have access to the Juice Plus products, budget friendly, easy, consistent, easy to support, easy to get your family to be involved as well. The free coaching so that you can learn what you need to do and get the support to jumpstart this process. And of course, the immersion events where we can meet together. And don't forget, the Pagets may be coming to a town near you. So let us know where you are, where you're tuning in from, and speak to the person who invited you so that you can connect with us, become part of our community, get access to the fruits and vegetables, get access to the coaching, and become and travel with us because you don't want to be sick and tired of being sick and tired anymore. You want to be fit and healthy. So if that's you and you want to be fit and healthy, join us with our groups, join us with the coaching, join us as we travel around. And the simplest thing that you can do as we unmute to share with you what we share every time we're together.
Eat more fruits and veggies.
There you go.
Eat more fruits and veggies.
So this is Coach Carla Joy and her bestie Ruth Presley, the nutrition boss, saying thank you for joining us again. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget